like, "Oh my God, are you Adarsh Gourav?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh my God, what are you doing in New York?" I said, "Yeah, like I've come here for work and I've come here for this basketball game." He's like, "Oh, bro, I can't believe that you are here. I am such a big fan of your show, The White Dog. Can I take a photo with you?"
Sometimes I have to introduce my own popularity to people and be like they look at you and they know you, but they don't know you, and then they'll just do the whoosh, 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 whoosh in front of your face, and then I'm like, yes, it is me. I only am from, yes, it is me. I am Cuckoo. And then they're like, okay, yeah. Of course, you can listen to Sandman on the 28th. It's live, it's free to stream. It's got an incredible illustrious cast.
Hi, this is Kubbra Sait.
Hi, this is Adarsh Gourav, and you're watching us on ETimes.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have Kubbra Sait and Adarsh Gourav, who's going to actually give their voice for the Sandman, talking to both right now on ETimes. Welcoming both. So, Kubbra,
Thank you.
starting with you, please tell me about your role. The kind of role I have read and I've heard and I've watched is quite different as compared to your personality right now. I must say that.
I think Death is very jovial. Yeah, we put a lot of pressure on Death. So first of all, stop doing it. And I think I am actually the only person who could play Death, because if you see my trajectory across all the characters I've played so far, I always die as characters.
Yeah,
So clearly, kuch naya nahi hai. I am Death. And there could not be anybody else but me to play Death. Obviously, I didn't realize this while I was recording for the show. But when I got to know after that I'm playing Death in this DC universe that has been created by Neil Gaiman with a stellar, outstanding, incredibly talented cast, I was just really proud of myself. I'm in general very like, yeah, very good Kubbra, you did well. But this just went like, arey, very good Kubbra, you did well.
What about you, Adarsh? Because of course, we can see that excitement level of Kubbra and, the way she has explained the entire, it's like imagining also because it's an audible kind of a project. It's like something you're actually enacting and doing the role. And at the same time to be precise and to be good while imagining, the role. It's quite difficult. So talking about yours also, it's quite a dangerous one, So tell me more about it. Tell your audience more about it.
So my character is called John Constantine, and he's an occult detective. And I personally am very fascinated by the supernatural world. So it was very interesting to play a character that's a detective of that, who's a detective of that, and he's a bit of an anti-hero, and he's got a bit of a temperament and a bit of a god complex going on. He will go to any extent to get what needs to get done. I think I was just very, very excited to play a character that was so cynical and had this dry sense of humor, and that's already been part of such a successful franchise. So when Mona asked me to read for it, I was just very, very hyped and excited to do that and find my voice for it.
But also, as both of you, talking about this, when you were approached for this one, what was the reaction? Because for that matter.
We didn't know that this was going to be such a we didn't know who the other people were. So jab main gaya tha, for example, I was just told ki Sandman pe based hai and you're playing John Constantine. I had no idea that Kubbra, Manoj sir, Tabu, Vijay bhai, and everybody else who was part of it, Neeraj sir, Tilottama, Sushant, we didn't know that all of us were going to be part of it. Ye to hame 3 din pehle malum pada hai. So
same for you, Kubbra? You got to know like
same for me. I honestly thought like Adarsh, Vijay, Tabu, Manoj sir, everybody would know more than us, more than me. Then like over this interaction, I realized we all were in the same boat. We didn't know that we were actually working with each other because we all had our own individual time in the recording studio and we were just doing our bits. And when it released, like when the news released 3-4 days ago is when I was like, stop, hold my glass a second. let me take a moment. This is huge. Yeah.
Have you personally watched the original, Sandman? Have you watched, both of you?
No.
No. Have
No.
heard about it a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about it
The
because of Neil
characters
Gaiman.
especially and all. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
because of
heard
Neil
a
Gaiman.
lot from Adarsh.
Yeah.
I'd heard about it because of Neil Gaiman and because it's a DC comic strip. So like I'm a fan of DC more than Marvel, which is why. But I hadn't seen the show.
In terms of your roles, be it the White Tiger, be it your role in Sacred Games, people talk about it even now. People know you both with your characters, which you have played. How does that feel? And that is not easy because right now on OTT platforms, you have a lot of varieties to see that I can just switch off to, some other, series altogether. Ke nahi dekhna hai. Sacred Games, I really watched. Oh my God, this is what it is. The White Tiger I actually watched. Oh my God, this guy is something very different. So, that is that attraction people have in watching the characters you guys have played. How does that feel? And, that journey being different than others.
I was in New York 5 months ago and I was outside the stadium. I'd gone to watch a basketball match. I'm not a basketball fan. My agent over there had basketball tickets and he said, let's go. And I said, let's go. It'll be a very unique experience. And I was waiting for him. I was on video call outside the stadium. And this Indian guy walked past me and he did a double look and then he came up to me and he was very excited. He was like, oh my God, are you Adarsh Gourav? And I said, yeah. He said, oh my God, what are you doing in New York? I said, yeah, like I've come here for work and I've come here for this basketball game. He's like, oh bro, I can't believe that you are here. I am such a big fan of your show, The White Dog. Can I take a photo with you?
Why not?
And after that, my laptop password changed to White Dog from White Tiger. I was just like, this is it. My life is complete. When somebody who's such a big fan of me tells me that he's a big fan of the White Dog. And I was just like, that's it, my man. Let's get a photo together. And then,
White
but
Dog.
to answer it, White Dog. But to
Mine
answer
is
your
Secret Garden.
Secret Garden.
So yeah, sometimes I have to introduce my own popularity to people and be like they look at you and they know you, but they don't know you. And then they'll just do the whoosh, 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 whoosh in front of your face. And then I'm like, yes, it is me. I only am from, yes, it is me. I am Cuckoo. And then they're like, okay, yeah, okay.
मेरे साथ तो ऐसा भी हुआ कि पहले फोटो खिंचा लिया फिर पूछते कहाँ देखा हमने
Correct.
How have you reacted to that? Like, अरे क्या है ये? यानी
नहीं हंसता हूँ मैं और क्या बोलूँ
you are new also to the industry, in terms of your roles. You have done such spectacular roles, but somewhere I feel that we know a lot about the roles you guys have played. When it comes to people, they know by the characters also. Somewhere I feel.
हाँ देखिए सच बात यह है कि अभी इतनी सारी चीजें आती हैं और लोग constantly consume कर रहे हैं content. मतलब it's hard also for people to remember, unless you've been part of something that's very iconic. It's hard, so I don't blame them. I also take it very in the right. हंस देता हूँ मैं और क्या बोलूँ.
But Cuckoo, for that matter, was just too good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cuckoo was just too good, and there were memes around it. You personally enjoyed those memes and all.
I have to tell you this story. This happened like 3 weeks ago here while I was in Udaipur.
Huh.
I was sitting with a few of our actor friends, and this group of boys walked up and they looked at me and they kept doing like this, like pointing their fingers. I was like, okay, fine, I'll come out with it. Yes, it was Cuckoo. Yes, it was Sacred Games. And they said, no, I've seen your memes.
Wow.
And I was like, तो यार इसके भी memes बन रहे, इसके साथ भी photo ले ले, इसके भी memes बन रहे, इसके साथ भी photo ले ले. But no, they were like, no, memes. And I didn't understand the power of memes. It's like a full loaded communication with such little effort. Like right now, my most of my communication happens through GIFs. Like मुझे words की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ती because GIF हर चीज़ explain कर देते हैं. Yeah, so I think in that sense, it feels like you're a part of the virality in the world that exists right now. And अगर आपका meme बन चुका है तो मतलब आप पहुंच गए हैं, कहीं और ही पहुंच गए आप. तो मतलब बहुत सही है.
किसने किया है?
मैंने.
Bruh.
I know. Sorry, but I had to like lighten the moment.
But Kubbra, also for that matter, you are also quite vocal on social media. And sometimes that also
माफ
lands
कर
you
दो,
in trouble.
नहीं
Sometimes that
करूँगी.
also lands you in trouble. Like you get trolled, you get like, and the very stupid thing on social media is, slut shame बहुत करते हैं. The way they like write stuff, the way they write about, women, आके ये कर दूंगा, वो कर दूंगा. And they are, they don't have a face. They don't have an identity, but they do write so many things. Sometimes it does affect you. And being an actor, being in this industry for so long, and they write so much about actors and all for that matter. How do you deal with it personally?
I look at it as unsolicited advice. तो जितना लेना है उतना ही लो, जितना नहीं लेना है उतना छोड़ दो. मतलब, I mean, at the end of the day, I think when you are, I can't believe I'm saying this, when you're a public figure, your life is up to scrutiny. And it's okay. Let people go and do what they want to do, whatever makes them happy. And after all, I don't have to live their lives. They have to. As far as they're answerable to themselves, it's all right. I'm going to live my life with the little kindness that I have or I practice, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes I make a fun of like the whole thing that's happening, and that's okay too. Well, like some people just would be like turning around and say, "Oh, why are you playing DC? You should play Marvel." मतलब आप ही सर फिर आप ही casting agent बन लो.
Though both are different actually completely. So
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Or they're like, "Why don't you play, like Chacha Chaudhary or Sabu?" I mean, they'll say anything at the end of the day. So I'm like, cool, thank you.
And in fact, recently, even, Palak Tiwari said in one of our interviews that somewhere, over the decades, we, the actors were not as such dependent on, what social media people are saying. But right now, they are acting as if, they know everything about Bollywood, A to Z about Bollywood. They write like, they have this, there's this hashtag which has been trending since like almost 2 years, which is hashtag boycott Bollywood. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop, and there are so many things, they keep on writing, Bollywood wale aise hi hai. Somewhere does that, also hurt because, you guys are artists, eventually. You guys are the ones who are entertaining, a lot of people with your work, and you put in a lot of efforts. And then, suddenly there is this, bunch of audience on, Twitter, on social media. They just come and, just give their opinions on that. Does that affect? Does it somewhere like, of course, it does like catch like, "Arey, itna efforts karke, we have been in this industry, we have made a mark somewhere," and then suddenly something like this, is happening.
I am not, the flag bearer or, the custodian of the reputation of the industry that I work in. My job is to perform, and my job is to go home, and my job is to be happy with what I've done, or at least peaceful with what I have done, and then go to bed. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, over the last few years, I've been able to achieve that just fine. And when I feel I am at discomfort or unrest with myself, then I go away for a holiday, and I'm very happy. I recharge my batteries and I come back. And I don't really necessarily think that Bollywood needs my words to save their reputation. Like my God doesn't need my words to save his glory or her glory for that matter. So I think I'm in a very happy, comfortable space to know that I'm a very small part of this very big universe that we are all a part of. And जब तक आप अपना काम honestly कर रहे हो, जब तक आप अपना काम you're doing it with gratitude and you're doing it truthfully, I don't think I really need to like care about the opinions that are coming from. अगर आपको इतना change करना ही है इस industry को, तो आप आ जाओ, खुद आओ. You fight your battles, I'll fight mine.
Adarsh, what are your thoughts on this?
No, I think Kubbra summed it up beautifully. We are a very small part of a very big universe. And I'm also just happy to do my job, happy to work with filmmakers that I connect with, happy to tell the stories that I've always wanted to be a part of. And खुश हूँ मैं उसमें. बाकी चीजों का इतना स्ट्रेस है यार लाइफ में ऐसे ही. अब इस बॉयकॉट बॉलीवुड का भी स्ट्रेस मैं अपने कंधे पर ले लूं तो फिर तो नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. तो ऐसी चीजें होते रहती हैं, आती हैं, जाती हैं. This is also a trend, as you said. Trends are always temporary.
Yeah.
So ज्यादा अगर लोग रिएक्ट नहीं करेंगे, ये ट्रेंड जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा. रिएक्ट करेंगे तो ये भी रहेगा.
And before I let you both go, what are your upcoming projects you're working on apart from the Sandman?
I was just having a conversation with the team, like in terms of my brief, and I have to tell you that I'm very, very happy to say I am a Amazon baby for the next few releases. So, yippee! I'm very excited.
Wow.
Yes, I have two projects. I cannot talk about them because I have been like told not to speak about them yet. But I am a very, very happy Amazon baby. It is such a huge universe in itself. And the fact that they have their pulse, uh, they've sensed what the audience requires. They are, they've got this beautiful sense on collaboration, like crossing those blurred lines and making like so many stories come to life that it is incredible. And just being a part of Sandman tells you that there are really no boundaries unless you are actually drawing them physically in your mind or, around. So I think today it's about living those blurred lines, and I'm very, very happy and very, very proud of the work Audible is doing, very, very proud of the work Amazon as a whole is doing. And of course, you can listen to Sandman on the 28th. It's live, it's free to stream, it's got an incredible illustrious cast. And I think we all are very, very happy to bring this universe to life.
What about you, Adarsh? What are you working on apart from this?
I'm currently shooting for Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, which is a movie that Tiger Baby and Excel are producing. Ananya, Siddhant, and me are in it. There's a show with Apple TV that I shot for last year called Extrapolations. That's going to release this year.
I didn't know you are also an Apple baby.
Yeah. And Guns and Gulab, which I shot for in January of this year with Raj and DK. So that's also going to come out in the later half of the year.
Thank you so much for your time, and it was amazing chatting with both of you. All the very
Likewise,
best.
Amina.
All the
Thank you.
projects